Ooh.
My cursor was in. Oh
There
my
we go.
goodness, I'm a mess.
Maybe we'll all die right away.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe we'll die within the hour. The mobs.
You get that out of the way before the actual one.
Yeah.
Well, that's not until the update, which won't be till like November.
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
I won't spoil the exact date it's coming out, but
I mean, it's gonna take like a few more weeks after that before we can
even use it.
Oh man,
What
I'm
are we
on the
waiting for?
side of
The
the
update.
side of
Oh
a
yeah,
cliff.
yeah.
Let me see
Isn't
if
it?
can.
Don't we know it's in December? Oh yeah. Which make sure y'all are ready to go.
Wait, yeah, I was on the side of a cliff. Yeah, I'm down. Okay.
Oh, we're not going?
I am good to go.
No, give it a second. Okay. If comp is good to go, then I'm good to go.
Okay.
And you're good to go, right, Soccer?
I'm already going.
Then go.
Oh.
Soccer's out here cheating.
False.
It said go.
Yeah, it did, but we usually wait just because there's. I think with 3 of us, there's just less lag because usually when there's a bunch of us, it just lags a whole bunch.
All right, I've got diamonds.
Diamond, don't come and get me. Laying there, innocent. I've forgotten how much it means to me.
Does he just sing the entire time?
Yes.
Mostly, yeah.
This is an often occurring.
Correct.
Whenever I focus,
Often
I
occurring
start
thing,
singing.
yeah.
I mostly start humming, but I've started just outright singing more.
Great.
'Cause why not? I know it is pretty great. I'm a pretty good singer.
Yeah, PG's not bad.
I want to learn how to be an actual really good singer.
You can't.
Some singing classes.
Wow. I know.
Singing classes are scams.
No, it's a lot of like.
It's about your diaphragm.
Yeah, it's about how.
I was
You need
born
to
without
get-
a diaphragm, so
That seems false.
Yeah.
That seems incorrect.
Rip.
what do you mean?
I feel like by you already saying words to us right now, that is literal proof that you have a diaphragm.
No, that's a throat. Isn't there? That's a tongue.
I'm pretty sure you need
You're
stuff
thinking
to
about
come out of
tongue.
your diaphragm.
No.
I mean, you have like vocal cords.
Yeah,
but,
vocal cord.
But they don't produce sound. They just modulate the sound to make the words that we want and the sounds that we consider to be words.
I mean, I was born without a diaphragm, so I don't know what I can really give you.
I know you were born with a hole in your mouth.
I was born with a hole in my mouth. I haven't exercised, so it hasn't opened up.
Bad.
So that hair that got stuck in there is still there.
Oh no!
It's still just hanging out there.
That's so sad.
Who knows how long it'll be there for? It'll probably get infected.
Hair infected.
I don't know how it would get infected though if it's just a hole.
I don't either. I think it's probably fine.
I think it's very fine. I think it's very normal for a young lad myself to have a hole in his mouth.
It doesn't sound like any of the things that they were trying to tell you that it was.
I don't know if it's a very minuscule version of what they were saying.
Yeah, or if it's just like something else. Because like I do have like ridges up there. I'm wondering if they're like ridges that.
When you close your mouth and you kind of like do a sucking motion, do you have a bump on the top of your mouth, like right next to your front 2 teeth?
No.
Yeah, I've got like a little, like it goes kind of in between, like part of the gum. You mean? I have like a little.
Like it's kind of malleable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where my hole's at.
I wonder if you like stabbed yourself at some point and it just never closed up because your body was like, it's probably fine. There's no food on this map.
There really isn't.
This is what mesas are bad at, is food.
I found some piggies across the way.
Actually didn't spawn in the mesa.
Buck.
Is PG in the mesa as well?
No.
Oh.
Don't talk to me.
I'm not in the mesa either.
Me neither.
Cool.
I didn't take any fall damage. Don't look at it.
PG, what's up with
Oh.
that half a heart?
I didn't take any fall
No
damage.
Iron Man.
No Iron Man.
You should join Jalus's club.
Listen, I just don't feel like opposing damage this game.
Okay.
So anyway, back to objective morality.
Oof.
Anytime you talk about philosophy, you know I want to keep talking about it.
He will.
I had something
And
else
then
I
I'll
wanted
question-
to talk to you about, but I forgot what it was. So sad.
Was it the nature of creation?
No.
I've been thinking about the nature of creation a bunch. Whether or not we actually ever really create anything, because we don't
Oh my goodness, this guy.
create the matter. The matter is neither created nor destroyed. We can convert it to different forms, kind of, but we can never bring more matter or energy into being.
Exactly.
So all we can do is just move it around.
I've been watching Lord of the Rings lore videos, and
Mm.
there they have, like, according to Tolkien, there was one, like, overarching god, Eru Ilúvatar, and
Yes.
he is the only one that could actually. No, it's not. No, that's not completely true. Like, you have the Maiar, like
Mm.
he
The angel
says
people?
that they're, like, not gods, but, like, for all intents and purposes they are, like, sort of like the Olympian gods. And
Are those the wizards?
no.
The wizards are like the angels, right? I know
Yeah.
a little bit
Oh,
about it. I'm
I
not.
might be mixing up some terms, by the way, but, like, you have, like, the gods, and
Mhm.
they no, what was it again?
I kind of want to
Yeah,
read the
they can make
Silmarillion at
things.
some point.
Yeah, they can make things, but Morgoth or Melkor, which is, like, the original big baddie of
Mm.
Tolkien's world, he couldn't create things. He could only mold and twist things that
Things
were
that
already
were
created. So he made orcs by twisting
twisting elves.
elves. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
I
Wow.
what
knew
that
that
kind of
much.
made me think.
What a
That's what
rude
you made me
guy.
think about.
That's a good pull.
About twisting elves? Leave the elvish alone.
He didn't,
Oh
and he
my
made
god!
orcs from it.
No! I'm gonna die. I have I'm out of food.
Did you find spiders?
I found a skeleton.
Oh
I have no
no!
food to run away.
You're fine. You're fine.
Everything is all. Oh, I already know that it's not recording my game sounds. I know how to fix that, but I forgot. Oh, there he goes.
No!
Did you just jump in?
I committed seppuku.
Why? You could have come back.
You were in a
No.
mesa.
You were too.
I mean,
So yeah, I could have restored my half a heart.
we
See me
said die
committing
within the
seppuku.
hour, not within 10 minutes.
I didn't have food on me.
Why didn't you get food?
I couldn't find food.
Too bad. You're back to playing.
God, Jesus Christ.
I brought you into this world, and I can bring you back into it.
Yeah,
Great.
we need somebody to kill.
It could be worse. You could be like Fell, who I threw a bunch of magma slimes on and killed them. Killed them.
This is the Minecraft UHC all over again.
Yeah, true. Oh,
We have
I need
less
some
people to
sugarcane. I need some
share with.
sugarcane.
I've got to get all the sugar cane before Comp can find it.
Oh, I found some. Nice.
Bad. I may have 53 on me.
Jesus Christ.
There's a
I have
bunch over
so
by
much
where I
food.
found. Yeah, I do too. I want to make sure I don't go empty-handed into the night.
eat the mushrooms. Man, that was a quick 10 minutes.
Oh, I did more dumb. It's because we only have 3 people, and 2 of us, I think, have good connection. I wonder if JLuz doesn't always have good connection, and that's like just having a bunch of people here with not amazing connection is what makes it sad.
Yeah, maybe.
It's already night.
It is.
Awful.
Can you create something abstract? That's where my line of reasoning has led me to. Is like, do we create math? Do we create ideas? When we invent
Hey.
something, do we create the knowledge that we have of it? At least the knowledge in the format that we're able to interface with it as human beings? If so, is that all that we create?
We don't create shit.
Sad.
My body forces me to
Did
create.
Tolkien create a
Did
world?
he create Lord of the Rings? Yeah.
But it's an idea versus an actual thing.
So is it created? Are ideas created? What are they? Because they
Well-
seem to be something that exists in some form.
Oh, like the what's the library called? There's like a website that
Alexandria.
has there's a website that has like all the information that could ever exist. You just have to type it in.
Wikipedia? No, it's not.
No, it's like a website that has every combination of every word possible, and if you can search up specific words and they exist inside this website.
Mm.
And so the answer to the universe is somewhere in there.
How do you know that it actually has it and it doesn't just generate it whenever you ask?
What is the answer
No, because
to the universe?
anyone can look at it.
What is the question? What does the answer to the universe mean?
Yeah, we already
Well, it
know
just
the
means like
answer.
the answer to time travel is in there, or the answer to world hunger is in there. It's just that no one has it's just an infinite amount of words that are combined within this website.
You think words provide the
How
answers
much
for
how
those
much
sorts of things?
space would you need to store all that? I think that's probably just
No, it's like it's actual. It's a website. Like it's a legit thing.
I think it's probably auto generated.
It's a legit thing.
Of
No,
course.
it's a legit thing.
No, it's not.
I mean,
a legit
yes.
thing.
Vsauce had it on their video.
I'm
this
sure
website.
it's real, but does that mean that it has like what the answer is? I mean, do we even know what the question
I guess
is?
you guys just don't know what the website exactly is, so I can't explain it.
No,
I
but
mean, it
I
sounds
know
like
I
it
know
like
a
has.
terrible example.
I know some of the basic limitations of a website, so
I mean, cool.
no,
I mean,
but
I
like
do think
you
that it
can't have
has
website.
every combination of like if it has every combination of words, let's say that it has that, it probably has some sort of random generator to make that, but like it seems to me like that would have there's an old saying
I'll
about
link
like
it to you.
if you had a bajillion monkeys and you put them all in a room
Right.
and you gave them a bajillion years,
Then
then
you
they
would
would
have the
write
answer
the
to the
works of
universe.
Shakespeare. Well, you would write the works of Shakespeare. I don't know that you would necessarily have the answer to the
You don't need a
universe.
bajillion years for that. That's already been done.
With monkeys?
Yeah.
But have
They've
you
already
randomly
done that.
generated them? The idea is that if you have a random generator, because this is actually an important mathematical concept in like robotic planning algorithms. The idea is that if you have a random generator and you're going for a certain goal, eventually that random generator at time equals infinity, it will have at some point created the thing that you've got to. So like the idea is like if you have infinite monkeys and you have infinite typewriters and you have infinite time, then eventually they will write the works of Shakespeare because they're essentially a random number generator typing quote unquote uniformly. And so there's some finite number of words that are in the Shakespeare plays, and so eventually they type the works of Shakespeare. The same idea is used. Actually, I just kind of used it for a proof the other day. Um, if you have a random sampler, so imagine you have like a space, like a floor of a factory, and you're trying to create a path by randomly sampling each and every point to see if you can go to that point. Well, eventually, if you sample each and every point, you'll know whether or not you can go there if you have a way of detecting whether or not you will have collisions or something, because you have sampled every single point. So you will have absolute knowledge. So that's the idea. That's what the monkeys are saying.
This library is divided into hexagonal chambers, each with 4 walls of bookcases, 5 shelves per wall, 32 volumes per shelf. Enter any combination up to 3,260 numbers or lowercase letters.
I mean, that's not infinite. That's not all
Everything
things.
that, if you type in anything, it exists.
I mean, anything as long as it's
PG
less than
rocks.
125.
I mean, it probably has a good collection of, like randomly generated phrases and stuff. So that like, you within that website, the words of Shakespeare probably was randomly generated at some point if it works the way that I think it does.
PG Rock shows up in 4 books.
See, it obviously doesn't have infinite knowledge because
Exact match, random characters, random English words, and titles. There's a book called PG Rock.
nice.
Its location is which
Show me my book.
Here
Feed
you
me
go.
validation.
Before it's like an abbreviation of like petrochemical rocks. I mean, that's probably it.
I'll send you a screenshot of it because I don't remember how to look up the There's your book. You have 410 pages.
It seems like it's basically just randomly generating books.
No, but these exist. You can, if you go to the original page and you type in the code or whatever it gives you, it'll show you that page.
Right? So is it not?
Anyone can see this. Anyone can see PG Rock's the book titled PG Rock.
I don't mean
Anyone
that
could
it's
have found
randomly
it.
generated every time. I mean that it was randomly generated once and then stored.
Correct, but I mean it still exists.
Yeah. I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
Right, but I'm saying that if you were to know to time travel, it would have been in this book to begin with. It would have already been randomly generated and therefore searchable before it existed.
If it actually has every combination of words, letters, numbers. I kind of doubt that because there's a finite number of storage in the world, and I believe to have every single combination of everything. That
Especially
depends.
once
Have
you
we
go
made
to
a new
like
symbol? How can we, with the symbols that we have, create every idea? That's a
Yes.
question. Can we?
Why not? We just be
Is
putting
there
in our
some
own
idea?
words.
Is there some idea that we can't comprehend,
Quantify with
can't
words.
quantify, that we can't actually explain with the amount of symbols, with the amount of like with what we have now?
No, believe it.
See, My counter evidence to your no claim would be that like even in different languages, like German already has plenty of different ideas that they quantify with their words that we don't as English speakers.
Right,
And
but we
so
can still
like
quantify it in our own words.
I'm an idiot.
but it's imperfect. I
Yeah.
don't
I mean,
truly think that we
sure.
can ever really understand infinity, so we can't ever like hold
We
the idea
can.
of infinity truly within our head.
Why not?
No, because it's too big.
Your brain's not big enough then.
I mean, I can
I
hold the
can
word infinity.
comprehend I can comprehend infinity.
I can
Why would-
comprehend certain
why wouldn't I be able?
properties. But like, do you have a visual on what infinity means?
Yes. It's infinite.
What does it start with?
Where can you look at the end of infinity?
No, because it's infinite.
Did you look at the start of it?
It depends what you like. One
Oh, so it starts with 1.
or
Why
negative infinity.
why not
Starts
with
with negative
9?
infinity to infinity.
There's a
I
number
mean, just
system that I
because you
learned
guys don't
about
understand it doesn't
using.
mean that somebody else can't. Like,
There's I just learned about a projective geometry concept
because you're
where
adding
there
more
was one
questions to
infinity.
it to begin with. Like you're adding more questions than what you just described. Can you imagine infinity? Yes. Well, not in these certain
No,
specific
I'm just trying to let
situations.
you describe how you imagine infinity is what I'm trying to do. I'm
It's infinite.
curious to
It
how
goes on
you.
forever. What do you
What does that mean? What does it mean to go on forever? What does forever look
exactly
like?
that? Like you're adding
Give me
you're
some properties. Tell me something that isn't just it is about these concepts. Like if I told you a dog, you wouldn't just tell me this is a dog. You would tell me generally 4 legs, generally with fur, generally,
right.
quadruped. So you would tell me properties about it. You would tell me
Right.
stuff
But
about
we're
it. So
talking
like
about something
infinity.
that doesn't exist.
You think infinity doesn't exist?
No.
Hmm.
Why would it if it keeps going forever, then it doesn't stop, and that's not possible. Everything
Why?
stops.
Does
Why
it?
not? Do you explain why it does?
I mean, there's some things that we've seen
We
that
don't
that
know.
don't stop.
What
Yeah.
things don't stop?
Time.
Time
Yeah.
doesn't stop. That's bold.
We don't even know if it's started.
Yeah.
What?
Has time always been there?
Congrats. Well, then what do you want from me if it hasn't started? Like again, you're making these very strange situations that no one would be able to.
Exactly.
I mean,
We don't
that's the
know.
point.
That's the point. Is
What do you
that
mean? What's the point?
if nobody knows, then you don't know because you are somebody, and so you would be in the set of people that does not know.
I don't get it. What do we?
I don't get it either. That's why I'm asking you.
No,
Since you
I
seem to
don't
get it.
understand what you're asking. You haven't explained what you're asking of me to do. Like, what is it that you want me to explain to you?
Give
What
me
does a
something.
nostril call his father?
A
What is it?
nostril?
No, nobody knows. It's a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Where's the nobody from?
Oh well. It's a bad joke. I probably just remembered it wrong.
I love it, but I don't feel like I quite understand it.
Yeah, I kind of
It's
misremembered it,
something
I think.
knows, which is
Yeah.
funny.
Um,
This is the point of philosophy, though, Soccer, is to constantly question. There is no end to the questioning.
But there is.
There's
ooh.
not, though, because even in science, like, what is the smallest bit of matter?
So you think they'll just stop doing science at one point, that they've discovered it all?
We will have discovered all knowledge.
Yes, I
Oh.
do.
There was a period of time where we thought that was in about the 1900s. There was just
Yeah, they thought we were pretty
teeny
close.
little, like just a few teeny little things to wrap up in thermodynamics, and then we just know.
I
we
mean,
know
I
everything about
also
physics.
thought that when I was like 7 or 8,
Same.
like
Same. But like,
just a few more things, and I'll know everything, or I just
you know what?
know the basic gist to know the other things.
You know what atom means, Soccer? It's a Greek word.
I'm guessing it's the smallest unit.
The atom means that it cannot be divided. A
Right.
means not, and tom
Yes.
means to cut. So like
Exactly.
an atom means that it cannot be cut any further. Do you
Yes,
know?
but those guys were stupid. Those
I don't
guys were
know
not
that
the
I would
smart. They
say
were not the
that.
smartest people in the universe. They did not know everything.
Okay.
No, but they
So
had a
we
lot of
increased our
time.
knowledge.
They had a lot of time to think about stuff.
So now we know that atoms can be divided again into protons, neutrons, and electrons, right?
What are you getting at? Thank you
Well,
for
do you know
this
what?
science lesson.
Do you know what protons, neutrons, and electrons are made out of?
Quarks.
Okay. What are quarks made out of?
I don't remember.
There's I think there's two leading theories. One of them is string theory. The idea is that they're made out of strings, which is just a concept in and of itself that's complicated. But like, is that the end of it? Can we learn
No.
more about them from that? Is there some
Yes.
finite unit of measurement, some finite unit
Eventually,
of distance
yes.
that we like cannot measure? Is measuring the furthest like unit
Eventually
that we
we
can?
will. Eventually we
Eventually,
will.
we'll
Yes.
reach the bottom.
Correct.
You think?
Yes. Because it's not infinite.
Is the universe infinite?
No.
What's
The universe is
stopping
still
it?
growing.
Yeah, but what's
Once it runs out of energy, then yes, it will be. Then we will run out of.
Is it doing the? Is that correct? Is it like the
It's
galaxy?
once it expands. Once it uses up all of its energy, it stops expanding. There's only so much energy cannot be created nor destroyed, so it only disperses. And once it disperses enough, then it just stops.
Where does it come
growing.
from then? If it can be created,
The Big Bang.
Yeah, but where did that come from then? Is that not
You know,
creating
the Big
energy?
Bang. One of the people who came up with the Big Bang. Actually, I think there was two people who came up with the idea simultaneously. One of them was a Catholic priest.
I mean, everybody was Catholic back then, so that's not.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
that old.
the Big Bang is a relatively new theory. Big Bang theory.
That's a. All right. So what are you arguing? What am I supposed to be arguing against?
You don't have to
The
argue
universe isn't
against them.
infinite. The universe is not infinite. Confirmed by
Brings up the
PG.
show.
You're bad at Googling, is what I've learned.
Mm. 1927. Looks like.
Everybody was a Catholic priest by then.
I think that's long after the Protestant Reformation.
I mean, the
I don't think that this
Reformation ended
proves
all
your
this
guys'
things.
point, though, that it was a Catholic priest. I don't know if that means that it's infinite.
It doesn't.
Okay, then what's your argument with a Catholic priest?
No, it was just a fun little.
It's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Not
then,
everything's an argument.
Well, I asked a question. He brought back it's a Catholic priest. So I'm just confused how we got to this point.
No, it was like,
all.
did you know? That was the kind
Yeah,
of
I
thing.
know. Yeah.
It wasn't an
Back
argument.
to what I was saying, though, it's not infinite.
How do you know?
Because energy cannot be created nor destroyed.
No, but
Therefore, it only disperses.
no, but like the Big Bang created energy. Who says
correct? It was a ball of energy.
Who,
What happened before the Big
who
Bang?
says there cannot be another Big Bang?
Be-
What happened before the Big Bang?
nothing
How
that
do
we
you
know
Then
of. I mean,
the
I'm not some super all-knowing being. I didn't pass biology. Like
I mean, you
this
are
is.
arguing it something, so we.
I'm trying to because you guys asked me to.
Yeah.
you think that there's stuff outside of our universe?
No, like the multiverse.
No, like,
I mean, anything. It could be a multiverse. It could be.
like,
Nothing. I
isn't
think
that
that there is nothing outside of our
isn't that like oh, that's Man in
universe.
Black 1 or 2, where there's an entire universe inside of a cat's collar
Yeah.
belt, Orion's belt.
Do you think that the universe will? Okay. So you think that there's going to be a heat death to universe then? What do you think happens then?
Then nothing. There doesn't need to be anything.
What do you mean by nothing? Isn't all that heat going to be there? Isn't that all just entropy and chaos?
What's it gonna do? It doesn't have anything to bump into.
It's all bumping into itself because that's what entropy is. It's just like it's all just energy, right? Actually, I don't know if entropy is technically energy. It all gets turned into heat. And the heat death. I don't actually know any leading theories on.
I thought heat death was just there was no heat.
No, the heat death is
The
where
end
it's
of
all heat. The idea is that energy eventually gets converted to heat. So, like when you cause friction, you lose a little bit of energy to heat. And we all, in like all of our physical interactions with the world, lose it to heat. But we haven't found a way to turn that heat perfectly back into any sort of energy. So, right now, the amount of heat that we have increases, and we have no way to entirely decrease it back. And any
well, then I
process
don't
that
agree
we
with that
use.
theory. That theory is stupid.
Why?
Do I need to explain myself? Can I
You
not
don't
just
have
say that
to.
that's stupid?
I just want to hear why you think that.
For the exact reason that I said.
Just because.
The energy is neither created nor destroyed. Everything eventually dissipates and nothing exists.
No, but energy is created. You agree?
Everything keeps expanding.
Well,
No,
heat is
energy
still
was
energy.
the energy was already there.
Heat is still energy. Like heat is still a form of matter that we
Okay,
understand.
well,
It's
in
energy.
my so it is creating you. It's
By Soccer's own
making.
rules, he is
It's
correct and we are wrong.
I mean, no, I'm not. I don't know what what kind of backward logic you're trying to trap me into, but I'm just saying that that's not what I think.
Oh, we're doing that. Okay.
I know. I just don't I don't understand. I want to understand why you guys are like.
Well, is
What
what
kind of
you
hole?
think the heat
I
is
feel like
not
I'm
the
back
heat
in
death of the
debate
universe?
class. I feel like I'm back in debate class. You got me in a hole that I don't understand what hole I'm
I
in.
mean, I don't know where you're arguing. You don't have to argue against this. I know you like doing
Yeah.
it, but
No, I don't. I don't want to
you could
argue.
just
Like I just like
agree
there's agree with what? You
with us.
haven't brought any points. What point?
Well,
You guys are
you
saying
keep
that the universe goes on forever.
Maybe.
So you guys have no points. You're just saying that it's all hypothetical.
at this point, yeah. You think I understand astrophysics enough to know if the universe is actually
I mean, you
infinite
sure
or
acting
not?
like I don't. You know it
I
better than I
mean,
do.
you're saying like energy cannot be created, but like there was energy
Correct.
created in the first place.
No, it was already there. I mean, if you know
I
what
mean,
the
how
Big
did it
Bang
get
is,
there?
that's a good question. You should ask somebody that knows.
I mean,
But from what I understand, the Big Bang, that energy was already there. It just expanded.
Yep.
hmm
More or less.
Okay. That's what I'm arguing. The Big Bang happened.
Sure.
I agree. The Big Bang did probably happen.
I don't know
'Cause
what
it's
else
just
you guys want from me. I barely passed biology. I didn't take any science classes in college.
I mean, neither did I. So
I learned about electron tunneling in class.
how was it?
Confusing.
Say electrifying, please.
Electrifying.
Yes, good.
Like grease lighting?
Yes, it was grease lightning. Tunneling is stupid.
Electricate.
Electrons are just like all of a sudden over somewhere where they shouldn't be. It's real stupid. Imagine like, okay, so if you I can explain electron tunneling actually pretty well, I think, because it's really not that difficult a concept. It's just stupid. So imagine you have like a hill, and if you put the ball at the top of the hill, then it's got potential energy, and if it rolls down, then all of that energy is kinetic energy. Let's assume no friction, assume like perfect energy transfer, just for the sake of understanding and visualizing the scenario in our heads. So imagine you have a hill and you have a ball. Well, we can imagine that electrons are like this ball. They also have places where they have high potential and high kinetic energy. And like times that switch between them. That's like what voltage is. It provides high. It's a potential difference in like for electrons. That's what voltage is. So the idea is that if you had a ball below the hill, and then all of a sudden, it's just on the other side of the hill. It didn't go around it. It didn't go above it. It just went to the other side of the hill. It tunneled through the hill while expending no energy. That's like what electron tunneling is. It's just like magically appearing in some other spot that it shouldn't be.
Right, that's how
And
you can
it's
phase
real
through
stupid.
walls.
Actually, sort of. That's
Yes.
theoretically possible if, though, like extremely, extremely unlikely.
But theoretically possible.
Yeah.
And that's how you get time travel. Boom.
I don't think time travel will ever exist, personally.
Personally, just your opinion. Just
Well,
like
think about
you
it
got an
logically.
opinion on it.
Think
Log-
about it logically.
My
So,
logic or your logic? Do I have to think in your logic?
if time travel existed, why have they not traveled back this far yet? The only scenario that I can see time travel existing is that if time travel is invented, and then you can only use time travel up into the point where time travel is invented. So
Time
you can
already
go
travel
back to
already
that
exists.
point. I mean, we can move forward through it if that's what you mean.
Correct. That's time
But-
travel.
Sure. But like backwards
We are all
time
time travelers on this blessed day.
travel.
Go to a black hole. Come back. 1,000 years in the future. Congrats.
Gravity messing with time is weird.
It's awesome. Like that's the solution to me living forever is finding a black hole.
Do you want to live forever?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Because it'll
I
be
mean,
boring.
okay, so I guess I'll preface that my understanding of the universe after we're dead is nothing. So I would rather live forever than nothing.
I mean, wouldn't that be incredibly boring?
No. What do you mean? What's boring about seeing like the progression of human and
It's slow as hell.
sure, but you're immortal. So it doesn't like time is
I think that'd just be
irrelevant at that
incredibly
point.
boring.
I mean, it depend like that's why you wouldn't live forever and I would.
Yeah.
Because
You're
I
a special
don't
boy.
find that boring at all.
I personally
Maybe not now,
If
but
I could, if
wouldn't
like
wanna live
think of
forever.
all the things that you could see. You could see the expansion of humans going to Mars. You could see them learning how to do light, how light travel is made. You get to see teleportation if that ever happens. Like there's so many possibilities
I mean, I don't live
that
my
you can
life
see that you
for
can witness.
witnessing
I-
scientific discoveries. I don't place much
I can
value on that.
respect Soccer's opinion on this. I can totally understand why you would want to live forever. I personally don't, but I definitely like that would be really cool to see is just like doing as much as you can and figuring stuff out You know, like being able to learn as much as possible, being able to participate in as much as possible, and like having all of these cool things happen mean that you would be able to like take your time learning more, so that when you come up upon something you really want to do, like you might be able to see it way farther in the future and like spend time actually working towards that other people wouldn't be able to. I don't know. I definitely can see the appeal, though I personally would not want to.
The only downside is like not being able to have friends, but at the same time, you can just make new friends.
Can you?
I do
Why
think that
not?
the loss of the people around you would be incredibly sad.
I think
and I'd be
eventually it
interested
wouldn't
to
matter
see.
though. It meant like after the fifth person you lose, after the fifth generation you lose, it's like okay, now I've disassociated people with myself.
I mean, yeah, that's
It
what I
feels
mean.
really
now,
Can
lonely.
you really make friends after you've seen so many of your friends die
sure
and
you
have been
can. There's
hurt
so many
so many
stories.
times?
There's so many people's stories that you never get to hear.
Sure.
And by living forever, then you can expand on that. You can hear all these people's stories. You can see what they went through, and you can understand them better. And I mean, that's all I have to say. I mean, whether you agree or not, I don't really care. But
I'd be interested to see how that would go. I feel like that would turn into an incredibly lonely existence, but I can also definitely see
I
your
mean, what is
perspective and have it
lonely?
not. Eventually, you just realize that you literally only have yourself.
I mean,
Like,
that's what living forever is.
Yeah, I don't
You're
really
with
see the
if you
appeal
yourself,
in
have
that.
experiencing everything.
if you have other people with you, though, does that change that experience? Does it change it for the better? Does it change it for the worst?
I think. I
I
mean,
mean,
you
you'd
you've
have to really like those other people, or it's gonna be one hell of a time.
I know a lot of people that think that like being single is better than being with some like being with
I
another
agree.
person because there's a lot more freedom that you can choose to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
You're your own
Yeah,
person at that point.
No, I totally get that. Like, not feeling tied to another person can, it can feel
yeah.
like a chain, but I can also see like a lot of times I think that connections with other people bring you great strength.
Maybe if that's
So
what you
like
think.
I don't know if we're ever, I mean, hopefully you get to live forever, soccer. That would be awesome.
I don't.
But
I mean, I've given up on that hope. Like my existence
sad,
is futile.
sad.
Is it
But
futile
like,
because you can't live forever?
could we
Correct.
ever perform that experiment? Can we ever have something that lives forever? We
No.
probably can't, because by definition, like, because time only goes forward, like we wouldn't be able to observe. We would either have a control group or a not control group.
Unless you splice my DNA with tree DNA. How long did those the elephant guys live for? The
The
space
elephant
Elephant
elephants?
guys.
guys.
Space elephants.
I have
What
no
are those
idea what you
called?
mean.
Well, I don't know how long they live for, but they can live in space, and that's cool.
Oh, tardigrades?
Are they the space elephants?
I think they're space bears.
Space bears! What are they? Water bears.
Tardigrades. Yeah,
Water
water
bears?
bears, tardigrades.
Yeah! Not elephant bears. Space bears. If you can splice my DNA with one of those guys, I'm set. I think they live a long time, right?
I don't know how long they live for. I know that they're extremely resilient. I don't know if that means that they live a long time, though.
Don't fish live forever, but they just died due to disease? Like,
I
as
think
long
there's
as they
some
don't.
jellyfish.
I think like if you have like a goldfish and you take perfect care of it, it'll continue to grow
I mean,
infinitely and it won't
how
die.
sure are we that that's not the case for humans? Like, we could live forever, but we just die of some random disease at one point.
There's some old age disease that everybody catches.
Oxygen is toxic to us after 100 years.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, oxygen is basically toxic to the dinosaurs. I remember that very, like, the amount of oxygen that we have on the planet now is so much higher than it used to be.
Isn't it the other way around?
Yeah, there used to be a
Yes. Nope,
ton of
I think I'm
oxygen
wrong.
back in the day.
I think I'm backwards.
Yeah.
Because that was what made the bug so big.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'd have to go back and read Jurassic Park.
We're all in rough shape.
Not doing too hot.
Yeah. I found a diamond in a chest on the surface.
Yo. I'm just the
But
cave
ever
that I'm
since
in.
then, it's been downhill.
The cave that I'm in is just stupid. Like, it is full of mobs. I wonder if it's because the server's actually running well that there's way more mobs than I'm used to.
I'm actually gonna
And there's
heal
the
back up
scrub.
now, so.
I don't have
I
any apples. I don't have
I
any
already
gold.
used the apples that I got.
I ain't got shit for items. Even if I found one more diamond for enchantment table, I don't have reeds. PG
Oh,
stole 'em
yeah,
all.
PG took them all.
This guy just blew up this. If he just blew this up and this is what I think it is, I'm going to murder somebody.
Oh.
Oh, it was!
Oh, that's the worst.
A creeper blew up my 5th diamond.
Ah,
I'm probably gonna die soon anyway.
Survive.
I'm gonna try. You know that Gloria Gaynor song?
I'm a
Woo.
survivor. No, I don't know.
At first I was afraid.
Oh, yeah.
I
No.
was petrified. I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights just thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong. And I learned how to get along. And so you're back from outer
Outer
space.
space.
PG's book talks about weenies. I'm reading through his book right now. It's talking about weenies.
Fantastic. It's a perfect book for me. Though I'm usually more into butts, SJ Loose.
Oh, you're a butt
Weenie,
guy.
Neff, Sif, Amps, Bum. Hey, there's Bum.
There's Bum.
Bum chicka bum bum.
We did kind of go all over the place in our argument, though.
Yeah.
There was
We
no
weren't very
argument.
consistent. Yeah, there was. There's always an argument. As soon
Not
as
when you're
you,
not smart enough about the subject.
as soon as you proffer something as
I
fact,
was like, it's
there's
like
an argument.
arguing. It's like me arguing about car mechanics. I don't know anything about car mechanics.
Why do you think you should use a V8 engine, huh, Soccer?
I have a V6. I think 6 is better than 8.
I like V8 because it's a vegetable drink.
Is that how V8 engines work?
Yeah, they're vegetable drinks.
You not know about V8? Should have had a V8. You get slapped on the head.
Remember those commercials?
I do remember those commercials.
Did you have those commercials comp in Germany?
No.
Oh no!
PG, what are you
Now it's
doing?
I just found more diamonds too. Sad.
Oh, I wish I could have some diamonds.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you share
My
those
caves
cords?
were super rough. I was playing it fast and loose. I was spending too much
Professionalism and
time.
grace.
Yeah. I was spending too much time thinking about things that weren't the game.
Yeah, that usually isn't a great idea. Oh, let's just make a gold helmet anyway.
I want to understand relativity better.
The concept?
Yeah, the general concept of relativity. I think I kind of do, but there's always more to it in physics because like you learn about E mc squared, but like you can kind of
Did you
understand
say
that, but there's
ye
so
MC
many
squared?
ye mc squared,
Ye old EMC squared.
ye old mc squared. But like there's so many more properties that go into these things that you don't realize until you really do a deep dive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Why are there no diamonds? Just take another one of these. Did I
Like
continue?
we learn the
Yeah.
theory of mechanics when we're in school, and then nobody tells us that they're basically just completely wrong. But they kind of generally work, so we just kind of accept it.
What do you mean, like car mechanic? I wasn't taught anything about car mechanic.
I mean, physical mechanics. So like,
Erosion. Is that a physical
um,
mechanic?
I mean, it's a property of friction, so it comes from that sort of thing.
Erosion's a property?
Yeah,
Erosion isn't a property.
you can buy it.
Well, something can be eroded. That would be a property.
I thought that was a verb. Or an adjective.
An adjective generally describes a property.
Does it?
Usually,
I thought it described a noun. An adjective describes a noun.
it separates some noun from some other noun of the same type. So it further analyzes the noun and further specifies it into something by listing another property ahead of it.
Where is this Enderman? Oh, he's close. PG, tell me which way to go.
Oh, that way.
Okay, I'll
No,
continue.
that way.
Oh, this way?
No, that way.
Not that way.
You know I can't tell you exact information, so I'm just gonna keep not being specific.
Guess I'll go down then. I hear him, but where is he? Can you really not cheat a little for me? Probably above me.
It may or may not be above you.
Yeah, that helps. Here, lava. Where's the lava? Start above me first.
Ah!
That was a manly scream.
I wasn't paying attention.
Me IRL.
What's the puppy doing?
How's your puppy?
It was above me.
It was. No spoilers.
All right. Gold in the oven.
Gold
I don't have
in
any
the
apples.
oven. It's all right. It's just a matter of time before you steal it.
Look, PG, this is a ravine I'm gonna die in.
That's what happened to me.
But comp, we gotta fight each other.
Yeah, I'd like to. Let's just stick to the edge. Let's do a little scan of this ravine. Or this lava lake. Nope. Oh, just in time.
I want something else.
Where did this block come from?
Oh, this is real dangerous fucking. Look at this. PG. This is the tightest damn like one block ravine.
It's so skinny. It lost weight. Good for it.
I'm very claustrophobic right now, to be honest.
I don't blame you at all. It's so teeny tiny.
1x1 ravine.
You could like use it to cut something.
What?
It's like a knife.
Mince your ass?
Mince your ass.
I also changed my brightness back, so no more cheating.
You can have it on bright. I have it on
I
bright
had
as
I
well.
had it beyond bright. So.
He had external help.
So sometimes we all need a little help in our lives.
Yeah, but no external help from programs outside of Minecraft, unless it's Optifine in order to actually play the game.
What
in
if we're
reduced life.
both doing it?
I mean,
then?
it's not really. I just went into the game files and adjusted the gamma from 1 to 2.
I didn't know you could do that. Still illegal. Modified game client.
But what if we're both doing it?
Well,
Reboot.
technically, I was playing and I didn't do it, so it's not okay. Because it's not like a built-in feature of the
You
game.
didn't live though, so it's not cheating.
But I was living, so it was cheating until I died. Which even
Right.
after I died, you both still didn't agree to this beforehand or after I died. So until you actually agree on it, because the rules, as stated, are that there's no external programs to
This
be able to
man
help you.
and his fun
I
killing.
mean, it's not an external program.
Listen, external, no modifying the game.
I mean, why is Optifine allowed then?
Optifine is allowed if you're not using the zoom feature purely to like perform the game. That's an inclusionary measure that I think that we've all mostly agreed upon.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know of
like
anybody who's complained.
without Optifine,
If
I can't really play the game.
yeah, if you need to be able to play, if you need Optifine to play the game, then that's all right. But you still can't use the zoom feature in it, and
What do you
yeah.
need Optifine? What?
it makes the game run better.
Why?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know how
Minecraft
that
is
works.
poorly optimized, and
It's
some
a stupid
people in the
game.
modding scene can do it better than the game itself.
What does it do?
It
I don't
optimizes the
know.
game.
I thought it just zoom. I thought
It
just
makes it opti and it
Optifines.
makes it fine.
I thought it just Optifined your face so you could see better.
That it does not. Let me get the safety first.
So what's the purpose of the mod? Is it to see far or to run better?
Which one?
Run better.
So the seeing part is just an added bonus?
No, that's not Optifine what it did.
No. See, Optifine lets you see
Using
better.
No,
like the zoom in.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Is
zoom
that
feature.
which one's the original intent?
I don't know. I don't know how Optifine works.
It seems like two different things, making the game run better further.
It is.
Yeah.
One's
It's
a mod.
It's an optimization mod, so it seems like it's optimization first, and then it also just has a zoom feature.
But it doesn't require Forge to run.
I don't know. I don't know how Optifine works.
No, it doesn't.
How do you run Optifine without it being a mod?
What do you mean?
Like with all mods, you need to run it on a Forge.
No, you don't.
There's also like paper mods, so it could have its own like base, kind of like how paper is a base and how Forge is a base.
How did that?
Optifine could have its own base.
I don't quite understand.
I don't either.
I found a thing.
Was it your penis?
Christ.
Listen, I get excited when I find mine.
Mm.
Sure.
Mm-mm. I don't like them.
Do with that knowledge what you want.
You want to hear a really, really gross story?
Not really.
Okay, I won't tell it. It's not actually that gross, but it might make you kind of uncomfortable.
I'm already uncomfortable.
Good. That's always my goal. If I can make you just a little bit uncomfortable, then I think that that's probably a good thing. I think you'll enjoy yourself more.
Oh man. More border.
I don't like the predicament I'm in.
Oh, I don't like it this either.
Not great.
Okay, let me get out of here. How did I get in here? Damn it, that direction. I have no levels. Okay. So I'll just dig away from the water for a bit.
Okay. I need to do this fast.
Um, let's see. Water so far away.
That's funny.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm learning about the Michelson-Morley experiment, which apparently was the first. Well, it was an experiment to test whether or not aether wind, which was a prevalent theory before about the late 1800s, basically meaning that there's like some matter that carries light waves with it, and that is it was called Aether. This is basically an experiment that went set out to prove it, but ended up proving it false. Basically,
Come on, this is not the time. This is no time for lag. Oh, that's
oh,
bad.
you got disconnected. Let me do slash.
Reconnecting.
I'll live for a second so that you can hop back on. But then I'll once you get on, I'll hop out and spectate again, just
Connecting
so
to
the
the
game doesn't
server.
end.
Yeah. Connecting to the server.
Oh my god. GG.
Mm.
This border.
I
Look where
can't
it's
look
at.
at you. It's
Oh.
close to you. I can't. I revived myself so that the game didn't end while comp is reconnecting.
Yeah.
We need that aether wind to speed you along.
Oh, I think it's doing it.
Yeah, you're back.
I mean, not on my end.
You're joining back. Tell me when you're back in.
Yeah, it's all black for me. Oh, and the border is closed. So I should get moving.
PG has damn reads.
Ooh. Oh, boy came out of nowhere.
Hey, since you helped comp with his Enderman, can you help me with this read problem?
I see one on your screen right now.
Ah, shit. Well,
I helped you.
fuck.
You're fine. You will be fine.
Ooh, there it is. Maybe I should just make my way up to the surface. Are you ready to fight, Soccer?
No.
Good to know. Ouch. Is it day?
It is.
Yeah.
I don't need that. I do need this, maybe. Just get priority state. Don't need this. Don't need that. Would like another one of those. It doesn't look like that's in the cards. Nope. Where can I? Oh, hello there.
Hi.
General Kenobi.
You look mighty bling.
You do too.
I thought I was Seth Bling. That's rough.
How do you have so many hearts? What the fuck?
I mean, I took an apple in between.
I hit you so many times though.
Not really.
I did.
Also, I have projectile 2, projectile 1, and projectile 3 protection armor on my stuff.
He's gone.
Oh well. At least he
Sad.
didn't. Oh well, he did die within the hour. I already forgot.
Yeah. Sad.
Sad. I only had 4 arrows going into the fight.
Did you just take the ones that he kind of missed with?
Yeah. I picked up my arrows he missed, and I think I hit him like 2 or 3 times maybe. That was a pretty decent win.
Yeah, it was. I would have been a force, except my cave was just too bad. I kept taking stupid damage because I was too busy thinking about
Yeah.
the nature of the universe.
I mean, I was also down to like 2 hearts at one point, or 2.5
I
or
only
something.
brought 2 red apples with me, which is more than I usually go down with, so I
Yeah.
was impressed with myself because I was like, I have apples to heal, and then
I
I just took way too many
yeah.
hearts.
I also stayed on the surface a bit. I mean, I did get 7 apples, so at the start, but then I was like, oh, let me just explore some more, and then I ran into a skeleton that hit me like 3 times.
Sad.
Just wanted to get some string, but yeah, I just found a surface diamond, which was the first. I should have used
What
my
do you mean by
sword.
a server's diamond?
Like it was like in one of those mine minecart chests in like one of those surface.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I found a diamond at like Y60. It's like, oh, this is new.
That's neat.
But yeah, I had 7 golden apples and I ate 4. No, that's not right. I picked up some from Sarkar. I think I ate more. Oh well. I mean, am I recording then?